Hey guys, and welcome to Farm Simulator 2017 on Lone Oak Farm. Something that's going to take a while to get used to saying instead of Oakfield Farm, admittedly. So, we're in Little Bud, as I call it, as of now. We're going to be possibly, I can't remember if I've got the thing, doing some colty ploughing, getting this going in field 45. We did a live stream on this on Monday? Yeah, Monday. So that field's harvested, completely done. Want to plough it. May end up using that thing, but ideally the colty plough if we've got it going. We don't, so we will actually end up using this big old plough here. And get that going. I will probably just dump it on courseplay. Actually, we've still got the cheap money on, and I think this is going to be the episode where you actually see it switched off and done with. So let's quickly actually grab the colty plough. I was almost certain I had it. No, I don't. Wow. Okay then. Get that and get it reset, and I am going to, where's this stool? Over here. I will end up, oh crap, that one, no, is that, here we go. I'll end up switching off the cheap money now and make it official. We are starting the actual game save. Now, to be quite honest, when I fast forward time, which is inevitable, you pretty much have to, I will probably have to blip on cheap money just to fast time, and I think that's why I had it on last time around too. That is because of the cows. Now, this is, I think, the third episode, so we did have 1,000 cows. I was going to go for 1,000 cows and I was going to stick to it. There's just no way, absolutely no way, Jose. After seeing how much water alone 1,000 cows take, unless you're doing a multiplayer where you run the multiplayer strictly on real time, there's just no way. I'll quickly show you guys. If we go to the animals over here, look at the amount of water we've got, and that was, I think that was just coming up to being saying, oh, it was enough for 5 days. It's just insane, it really is. So we went down to 100 cows. It's quite the drop, and it's about what I've got on Oakfield. Oakfield, I think I've got 50 cows, 51, 52, something like that. But it is something that needed to be doing, or needed to be done. I just don't think I could have kept up doing arable and 1,000 cows. There's just absolutely no way. Alright, so this field's an awkward one because of the shape for courseplay, and I forgot to update courseplay. That one, that working with 45. And we'll blip on 2 headlands, should be enough. We'll put on 4 just in case. Do that after, generate the course. And it's going to take a little bit, probably lock up the system a little there, as it did. Why is it going horizontally across the field? Probably because of the way I'm facing, right? That is no good, no good at all. Maybe if I face this way, we'll get it set up better. I'm going to move that over there, because we do have that John Deere running. Nuke that course, 45, generate the course. Hopefully it's going to be better. If it's going diagonally across again, just screw it, I'm going to rock with it. Why does it want to do that? I don't know. So what we'll do is, we will drive this over. The reason I'm just going to drive it over is I don't want it to get caught up in that mess there. I really don't. I could definitely see it doing that. Definitely an overcast day over here. Beautiful sky textures. Really is. So hopefully you guys have had a good summer so far. I think a lot of you are actually going away from what I've been hearing on Monday's live stream. Of course, we just got back and it was absolutely fantastic, as per usual. Caught lots of fish. Had a good time. Towards the second week, I've had enough of it, to be quite honest. Admittedly, it was not as soon as normal. I had enough of the trip, but it gets the next closest, nearest waypoint, drive course. So it's going to be good to go there. So what we'll do is we'll blip around, find this. Offload into this trailer, which may end up getting full. Hopefully not. We may end up having to take a trip into town to offload all of this too. Not 100%. Yeah, it's gonna fill it. Well, that sucks. One thing I didn't know until recently actually is you can just use the auger wagon to dump into the grain dryers, storage, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just do that there. Dump this down. Think we'll also probably do a bit more baling and get our seed tender actually on the back of the truck. Fortunately, it does clip through a little bit, but I'm not prepared to really put a European truck on this map. I don't think it will suit it very well at all. There it is, that's that dumping. And come on. Really? There we go. So, a game that I don't know why, but I got talking about it on Monday's live stream. And it's another one by Giants. Someone asks, do Giants make other games? Or is Farm Sim the only game Giants bought out, should I say? And they've bought out two other ones. One that I couldn't actually remember until someone brought it up. That was Demolition Simulator and Ski Region Simulator. I think they were bought out similar times to maybe FS11, FS13-ish in those eras. That's sort of the gameplay you'd expect, FS13, FS11-ish. And I put Ski Region back on the system. I'm thinking of doing some live streams on it. Let me know. I'll probably ask the question during a live stream on Tuesday. But it's something I may end up live streaming this week. It's pretty neat. It's a game where it'll take a while to get up there and actually do stuff on it. There's a few mods out there for it too, but nothing crazy. Oh well, I guess we won't be harvesting this field anytime soon. It's pretty neat. Okay, let's go check out the Big Bird. The Big Bird is just going in circles by the looks of it. Is it? Is this figuring itself out? Yes, it is. We'll leave that be then. Actually, we'll go back through. We want this truck. So this is the Western Star 4900 SA triaxle. Some of you guys have been asking where have I got this truck from. I honestly cannot remember. If you guys do a Google search of the name that appears in the white at the bottom, so again, I'll just jump out and jump into it. Down there, you should find it. I think someone said possibly mod hoster. I'm pretty sure it's in my mod spreadsheet. My mod spreadsheet is out of date, to be quite honest, but some of the older stuff that I've had kicking around for a long time, this truck is one of them, is probably going to be in there. So what we'll do is we'll pull this up here just in front of the house. So we just jump into that. I want to do a bit of farming. I don't really want to be travelling the roads a lot, so maybe a live stream I'll end up dumping this off, or maybe towards the end of the video, who knows. Do a few rows of baling. There we go on that. Turn our lights on because it is kind of overcast. And I'm going to drink some coffee. What I've got left of it. There we go, coffee and drank. So I had a bit of a later start today. I've just got to get back into the whole routine of things, and it's going to take a little bit. I know it is. So this stuff's going to go for the cows. I'm actually we'll do a couple of rows, maybe 3 rows, and then we'll jump over to the silo and get that covered. So we can actually make some forage. I was going to put some more silage in there. With 4,000 cows, I was obviously going to need an absolute shed ton. But 100 cows, that would be more than enough. And the whole goal on Lone Oak was to have a huge herd of cows. So maybe it'll just go up and naturally progress instead of being slammed into 1,000 cows and have fun. I don't know. Like the water that they've got, we're never going to need to put water in there for a while at least. And realistically, if you wanted the cheap system, which I haven't done intentionally, you could probably go into the XML and give them an absolute butt ton of food and stuff like that, and you just reap the benefit of them and never have to actually give them food. You just have to clean them and muck them out and give back the grass, I guess. But then it may cause issues going, it's full for 6 days, and you'd have to sell all the grass that they kick out. Which I am tempted to put the table manners mod in, to be quite honest. After a while, it does get a bit OTT, over the top. So these are the Heston bales as well for the big mixer. That big mixer, it will feed them multiple times. I may end up stepping down up to a smaller mixer. I don't know, I've never used it, and it's something cool, to be quite honest. It's something different. Will I go for different animals on this map? I don't know. Kind of really don't want to faff around with other animals. This map, this farm, should I say more than anything, is a dairy farm IRL and also does arable stuff. So, kind of want to stick to that, the roots of it. Of course, technically for a map to pass Giants testing, it has to have all of the stock in game stuff which you would expect, so all your animals and stuff like that, although there's maps out there that haven't had that in there and still managed to pass. How that happens I don't know. So we've got one more pass and then we'll swap on to another thing. Yes, I am kind of hopping around several different tasks, but kind of giving you guys a rundown of what's happened since you guys last saw episode 2. And it's definitely a map that I'm so thoroughly enjoying, and it seems that the community's enjoying this map a lot as well, actually, which took me by surprise. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what the drop-off's going to be like on this map, whether people are going to get bored of it very quickly, or whether it's going to hold. And it's something that I was saying to Bill, and I was pretty sort of honest with it, is I don't know what the community's reaction is going to be, because in the past the community's reaction to American maps have sucked. They just have. Granted, there's been very few very good American maps. Green River's one of them. Obviously, not Green River, sorry. Oregon Springs was a good one. Obviously this, and there's been a few floating around that I've tried, and I'd say, yeah, it's okay, but is it to the standard of maps that you'd expect to see? No. Is this? Well, yeah. In Frontier Designs as a whole, all of them, no matter whether they're doing different mods or maps, or the cool guys that are part of Frontier modding, really have pushed the bar. They have, and in doing so, have they tainted our expectations of the maps? Yeah, totally. And you got to take that into account. Bullet Bill and Oxy, they're damn good. They're good at what they do. They feed off of each other. They feed off of each other's ideas as a collective group of Frontier Designs. Other teams, they're going to struggle with that. Yeah, they'll get ideas from each other and all of the other teams out there, but these guys are where it's at right now. I believe they're some of the best out there. Whether you've got issues with the individual guys, or just think the map's crap because you don't like the people behind them, take that out of the equation and just look at how it's made. Yeah, it's good. It really is. So I said I was going to stop on that row, and we're now down 2 extra rows, so we'll finish this row and get on with it. But I do believe as mods get better, or certain modders get better and better, do they taint our expectations for the maps? Totally. 100%. Because to me anyway, we just get so used to playing. For me, I get used to playing Bullet Bill's maps. I get used to playing Oxygen David's maps. Now I'm going to play Jerry's map down the road. Random name, just putting it out there. And it may be a really good map to FS17 spec to the book, but because it's missing a lot of the stuff that these guys put into their maps, am I going to say it's as good? Probably not. And it definitely taints you. You got to step back and realise that. And I do. I really do when I'm picking my maps. So we'll kill the PTO, kill the engine, and head on to our next little task, which I can't remember what it was going to be. Oh yeah, I'd say I was going to put the back on that, I think. Let's go check this out. What in earth is it doing? It's completely confused. I bet it's this that's messed it up there. I bet you. Maybe if I take off a headland or two and then generate the course going straight up and down, well, across the field like this. That's what I mean. This field's an awkward one for course play, it really is, and I don't want to have to faff around and fight with it a lot. Yeah, see, it can't even do that. That's a good course, but it physically can't do that. Well, why is it even doing that? Maybe if we just put one headland down, make the course. That's the thing, once I've got a good course for this, I'm saving it. Just like that. That's a good course. That is spot on. One headland already. Nearest waypoint, first waypoint, drive course. On your bike, off you go. Nice having you. Okay, so we'll jump into our Clark forklift. Still, probably the best forklift that is out as far as I'm concerned. And it's one of the first forklifts actually that come out in FS17. Has its issues, like the camera on the front forks there. Still never fixed that after all these years. But still one of the best. And to be quite honest, if converting stuff basically just to get it working in game, this will probably be one of them, unless FS has a working forklift. Well, FS19 has a working forklift, which, thanks to Silver News, and I got to give credit to Silver here, Joe Barnes, whatever he's going by this week. He's doing a good job of bringing out the news, and I hate to say this, but it's thanks to him that I'm actually seeing a lot of it. So I would highly recommend following him on Facebook, actually. Don't watch the YouTube stuff that he does, but I get a lot of the info from his Facebook page. And Lars, or Lars, I believe it is, how you pronounce it, put up saying the release date for FS19, which is November. Very surprised to see November. It's usually October, so not very long at all. And it was November the 20th, I believe. Now, that was from a official Giants employee, so it is going to be true. Right, hopefully this is not going to screw up. There we go, get that lifted. And back this up slowly. Now, this seed tender, I never ever knew this about it, but it's actually 2 doors, so it does seed and fertilizer. So a lot of people probably have been looking for stuff like that, like myself in the past, trailers and stuff. It's here. You don't need it. It's amazing. Okay, let's go check out the big bird, see what its malfunction is. Yeah, that's what I thought it would do. I honestly thought that it would probably get stuck turning because it just doesn't have the turning circle. The courseplay doesn't recognise the turning circle. Oh, no wonder. 14 meters. So let's flip that down to like 10. Generate. I'll put that on. And it should have been going back up to this row. Yeah, this is a field where no-till seeding's probably just going to be the norm, to be quite honest. And nearest drive course. Okay, switch that off and head back over to the truck after tabbing for all the vehicles. Now, in the past I've had people mention about the mod where it selectable vehicles and puts into groups, vehicle grouping or whatever. I can't usually use that mod. I use an Xbox One controller to play the game. You get a few people complain about, oh, use a wheel, it'll make your videos better. And to that I always say, if you're that naive about, or that worried about how a steering looks on there, you really need to take a reality check of what videos you're watching and why you're watching them, because that's a damn joke. And when people say that, something that bugs the crap out of me when people do that. But that vehicle switch is literally just keyboard, unfortunately. Are you actually stuck again? Okay. We're just going to dump this course. It's not going to work. Forget it. Alright, let's try one more. Nuke that. 45. And I am going to basically put a... Tried it with... let's go 6 headlands. It's that pinch point right here, if you can see where the mouse cursor is. Now right now it's locked up. There we go. It's very wonky, but it will actually work. If it does the majority of it, I'm happy, to be quite honest. What I want to do is grab a screenshot of all of this for the thumbnail. And you probably just heard Jess sneeze in the background. Obviously, she's off work now. Do we have lights here? Yes, we do. Let's put the lights on. There we go. Alright, get out of the dust cloud there. And print screen. Print screen done. And that's that. So that's what I was referring to there. The cloud. I'll switch that off. And drop this down. Now, unfortunately, it does clip. And what do I mean by clips? The exhaust stacks. It really could do with being moved back just a hair, and it would work fine for the connection points on this. Now I don't know if that's... maybe I'd be like to actually do that, because this is a mod, it's not actually a DLC, isn't it? But we've got this connected now. So this is how this truck will sit. You will not see it being used as a normal truck ever again. Basically a seed tender, which we will need to buy the seed for eventually, but not right now. It's a job I kind of wanted to do on video to show how it all works. Pretty neat piece of kit. I'll just stay in here. Now I could use the man truck and it won't clip. It will work perfectly, but yeah, I'll just live with that personally. And lower the forks down. Now the trailer, I don't know what I'll do with that, to be quite honest. I'll probably just throw it around the back and kind of forget about it. Now, as we've got the forklift out and about, might as well use that to tow it off to the bush. So I'll probably throw that over there with the rest of the crap. Right up in here or something. That works, it's staying there. Beautiful. Those mowers there, I don't know, probably get rid of them too actually. I just don't use them. And the operation's too big for that, for them. And, well, it's not, but just for time. The time saving and all that good stuff. And lower the forks down and that's that. Okay, let's check little bud out, see how that's doing. I've not heard anything, so it's still stuck in a tree. Apparently we need to do everything today with this. This is where some of you will be saying, oh, just do it yourself. Yeah. Do this field yourself. This one field, wow, let's look at the time down at the bottom to just do this. 27 minutes, my usual videos are 35 minutes long. Do you really want to see a 37 minute video of just me cold plowing field? I'd probably have fallen asleep by the time I get down to actually doing anything. Okay, so what we should do is carry on with this. And probably go around and grab a few... Ah, no, I actually was going to blanket the silo, wasn't I? I'll do that now so I don't forget. Again. Plenty of slurry down there. So how much forage do we actually have in here? 500 foul and 100% compacted. Good, so we'll blanket the silo. Boom. Bunker was, well, don't know. Oh, that's cool. It's not quite enough, and the game doesn't know what to do with it. Thin leather. Too cool. And unfortunately, we've got a lot of those spikes and pyramid-looking things. I hate that. I really do. But, yeah, it's the way the cookie crumbles as far as that goes. Lots of slurry to use up as well at some point, and we will end up getting a slurry tank to do the slurry. Probably something to do with the big bud stuff. It'd be kind of cool to use some of that natural fertilizer and whatnot. I'm not sure if you can really switch off the fertilizer on the big seeders. It'd be nice if Farm Sim 19 has that ability. Yeah, be able to switch that off. Again, I don't know for the consoles how that would work because of the key binding aspect of it, but it would be nice to be able to do that. I think there's mods out there where you can actually do that. I know the Pro C mod does, so I may have to look into getting one of the mods that does do that. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this I've got the mod hub for PC. So I really don't need proceed on this map, especially while using the brute. The working width's out of whack. I think it's like 33 meters instead of 36. Kind of like that extra little bit, but hey ho. Really should look at starting to stack these bales. I've only got what? A few more passes there. 6, 7 more passes, and that's this field done. We ended up using the Massey Ferguson Haybine from Black Sheep Modern, part of their Massey pack, and just the stock and game Tedder, and then went over it with the Merger, all on courseplay. I did all of that, and it seemed to work okay. I was worried that the Merger would actually freak out, and it wasn't working well to begin with. It was acting up a bit, but it seemed to have sorted itself out and got everything down. I definitely should make it do the headland last, because that was really out of whack. The headland passes were just a shambles, to be quite honest. I think I only got it to do one. So after doing this, we'll probably actually get the slurry down on this field, but I don't know when I'll ever harvest more material out of it. I just don't need to. Not right now. I do want a good amount of bales though. I really do. Instead of finish up, we'll probably actually grab the truck and just drive up through and load them on. So we'll end up stacking them at the pig barn over there, directly sort of at our 11 o'clock. That's where I found the best place to keep the bales, especially away from the main yard and all of that good stuff. And for me, as I talked about, I think it was during a live stream, I swear I'd done a video on this, so this may be episode 4 or 3, I can't remember, where I'm using such high poly models as this. I know it was yesterday's video I was talking about it actually. Oh no, the 8R here by Tech Modding and redid by Custom Modding for American conversion. Same with the 7R, the 9RT, the RX that I had. The high poly models, anything from Tech Modding seems to be stupidly high polys, high detailed, and that hurts your performance. And when you have a lot of those vehicles in one area, especially in a yard that's as detailed as this yard, you start eating FPS, and unless you've got a power computer to power through it, lots of RAM, decent video card, you drop FPS, and I definitely do. At the end of the day, this is a gaming laptop, yes, and I paid a good amount of money for it, but over time, stuff starts slowing down. It's a downside to a laptop. You can't just upgrade it, you have to buy a whole new one, which I won't be able to do for, well, the foreseeable future, to be quite honest. I could probably put more RAM in that, and that will probably help a lot, which is something that I may actually look at doing sooner than later, is find out what the maximum amount of RAM I can put into this thing is, and take it up to, I think I can put 32 gigs in there. It's got 16 right now, and I'll probably end up doing that, dumping all the RAM into it, and that'll help for video rendering and all that good stuff. But this is the end of today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you're wondering why I'm a bit more quieter, Jess and Mum are both in the house, so when there's other people in the house I tend to talk quietly. It's not that I'm sad, it's not that I'm upset about anything, it's just I end up blurring my voice, and it's something that I don't need to really do, but I do anyway. So I hope it didn't come across too bad. I apologise for yesterday's video audio being absolutely a shambles. That was pretty bad, admittedly, on my part. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow for some Oakfield. I think I'm going to run Lone Oak Oakfield and split between the two. I was just going to do this map at the weekend, but as far as I'm aware, there's been no maps that really have sparked my interest come out recently. So that is my plan for this week at least. Stuff will probably change. More than likely, I'll record an Oakfield video in a bit, and this field will probably end up getting picked up in a live stream that I'll do for Tuesday. So, a couple of days for you. Don't forget the Landy Kid live channel. I'm going to start putting archives up on that pretty damn soon again. I don't know what I'll do about the Lone Oak videos going up on that, but we'll see. Or the Lone Oak live streams, should I say. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the flip side. Later.